Hello and welcome YouTube. Quick AV check please. Have I got vocal excellence? Hello there Rabbit Bug, how are you? And good evening Stu, I got your name right for once, makes a change. Right, just give me a minute to swap over to Farm Sim then. No, seriously, ETS2 this evening. No Farm Sim, you're safe. Right, let's go to a different screen so I can get rid of this music. Right, now I don't know what state I left this game in, so I've no idea where I am, what I'm doing, what my name is, etc, etc. So I'll have to just catch up for a minute. I've been thinking nothing but farm sims for the last few days, so I've got to readjust. Ah, well it appears that I'm close to a port, wherever it is. There's a boat over there. And I can see the sea between the buildings there. Right, okay. I know I need to get to a workshop soon because I've got 10% of damage. That needs fixing up. Ah, I'm in Norway. No wonder I can see the sea. Oh, and look at that. 2 lots of doubles, 3 lots of doubles. That one's going to my own hub, but it's a long old drive. Another one there going to Sweden. And I've only got 21 minutes to get to the job. That's unlikely because it's actually outside the place where I am. Yeah, looks like we're going to have to take a long one. 1,300 kilometres. I just want to look at the map and see if we've got a service centre nearby. Spanner symbol. That's a service centre, isn't it? Well, this is different to driving a tractor. Yeah, my ticks are still in, that's good. Don't show me all this stuff. I want my trailers. Ah, you're not here. Only in singles. Oh, that's a nuisance. Okay, we're going with defaulting. Yeah, sorry guys. I must remember to look at the chat screen. I've got used to using Discord. Right, hang on. Let's see what we got here. Was okay. Feels nice, don't it? Haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about there. Can you see the chat, Mike? Yes, I can, Rapid. When I look at it, that is. He gets into the game. Yeah, I do. It's hard to drive and read, very true. Like singing and playing the guitar, also very true. And I've done both. Many times. Now, can we get out of here without scratching it? Come on, baby, where you come? Good girl. Right, what we got here anyway? Ah, used packaging. I might have guessed that's what it was, because it feels heavy and it's 30 tonne, so yes. Just a matter of interest, people have asked me before now why when I'm using track IR I keep looking down. Well, the reason for that is I wear framed glasses and I have to look down at my buttons every now and again to make sure I'm hitting the right ones, and that's when you see the screen dip like that. It's when I look down. So I try to remember to actually switch the track IR off after I finish using it in town. It's taking me back round all them nasty bends again. Yuck. Stu doesn't like mods. Ooh, we're going on the pretty boat. I think Momo has been messing about with his physics mod again. This is the problem I had with it before and I had to stop using it. It makes the engine hunt. She's made it too heavy again. I might have to go and disconnect it. I am sailing, I am sailing. The camera going up in the air then was me draining me mug of tea. lots of chat going on. That's what I like to see. Oh man, Stu knows most of the mods that I use. I've been collecting them over a period of time, so I only try to use the ones that tend to work and get updated regularly. But off the top of my head at the moment, honestly, my head is full of farm sim at the moment and I just can't think what I've got in there. But there's one or two mods that I can't actually do without. And the GPS map that I've got on my game screen at the moment is one of them. And the little mirrors. And the bar down at the bottom, that's all one mod that does that. And I need that because my eyesight ain't brilliant and I can't see the little GPS in the corner. So I have to have that big map up there. But other than that, I'd have to look in my mod folder. I haven't got many mod trucks. I've got one or two. I've got the Peterbilt and I've got the Mack from RTA. Most of the mods are things that do things that are useful. Such as like things that make the headlights a bit brighter and like alters the angle of them slightly. Things like that, you know what I mean? Useful mods, they actually do something. Oh, the Seasons mod by Grimes, excellent. All these Seasons mods are very good. The V8 mod, what's the V8 mod? Oh, that's the Mack Superliner. You don't like that truck, do you? That's a brilliant truck. I love it to death. Obviously hasn't got the turning circle of a cab over, but I mean it's a nice truck to drive and it certainly is powerful enough. Lots of grunt. Yeah, the sound is good on it, no doubt about that. New trucks in the DLC? What ones is that then? Have I missed something here? Oh, the heavy haulage thing. Yeah, there's no trucks in there, it's just trailers. The next trucks that will be coming out very soon, I hope, will be the new Scania next gen trucks. Looking forward to them. Yeah, I think it'll be good. I'm quite looking forward to that. Because every time SCS bring out a new map, it's a little bit better than the last one they done. They sort of get better at it as they go along. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to having a look to see how they've done that and how good a job they've done. I mean, at the end of the day, I actually prefer SCS France to Pro Mods France. Yeah, they might take their time with the mapping, but they usually do a damn good job, and I mean that's hats off to them for that, certainly. Iceland's okay. Only one problem with Iceland is it's got slippery roads on it. And I took a job along the northern coast of Iceland where it does snow a lot, and I couldn't get my truck up the hills, not even with the diff lock on, to get to the drop off point, so I just abandoned it in the end, came off. It's been overdone, in other words, too slippery. I mean, we haven't got tyre chains or anything like that in this game, so you're stuck, you know, you can't do anything about it. And you couldn't go speeding up there neither, because it was all hairpin bends all the way up to this drop-off point. There's your motorbike there, Stu. But yeah, looks wise it looked beautiful. Nothing wrong there. Good mapping, but not too well optimised. Took a lot of frames per second. Yeah, I mean, there was a few reasons why I actually took Pro Mods back off of my computer after going to all the trouble of downloading it. One was the, you know, getting stuck in Iceland. I thought, well, you know, to me that's not done properly. If you can't finish your job, what's the point? The other thing is that there's a lot of breakages in the roads, and you get false positives coming up on the GPS and things like that. In the end, I just thought, oh, you know, fighting against the FPS as well, I'm just going to go back to vanilla. A PewDiePie skin. Now, that gets the old imagination going. You'd end up with a permanently damaged trailer, wouldn't you? Because people would be forever throwing rocks at it. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. He pulls too many funny faces. I'd be in permanent stitches if I had his face on the side of my trailer. That looks like a rather nice sunset dropping in there. Sensible lad. I'm going to have a go at reversing these doubles when we get to my hub. That was a bit close. Yeah, it would be good if you could do that, wouldn't it? Definitely. I'd pay to see that. Who, me? Or Stu? Bring that pulse back here. I want it. Well, quality wise, if you're on about like the game settings, I think I'm either on ultra or high. I can't remember because I change about between the two for various reasons, so I'm not quite sure what I'm on, but it's one of the two high settings anyway. And when I'm not streaming, I get like 80 frames a second and possibly 45 around there in towns and cities. But when I'm streaming, it drags me right down. I don't know if you can see my... No, you can't. It's not on the screen. My frames per second at the moment in the countryside here are 33. But that's the streaming that's doing that, and all the other programs that I've got open. Yeah, to be fair, you wouldn't expect to turn shadows and things like that up on a laptop, would you? You know what I mean? So you're going to want to save as much resources as you can. So that is fair enough. Ah, I find it doesn't put any shadows in the cab if you buy an ambient light inside the cab. I mean, if you look at my screen now, you can see it's quite lit up inside the truck. That's the ambient lighting. And funny enough, you get to that via the curtains button. If you click the curtains button when you're doing your interior decorations and that, it's on there. What, in real life do you mean, or in game? Yeah, you want to check PC World, they got a sale on at the moment, and I know they sell the G29, might be worth checking. Well, don't wish your life away, Rappy Bug. You'll be sorry you did. Now, when I was looking for mine, even Amazon weren't as cheap as PC World. They were definitely the cheapest one around. And if there's a sale on, well. Yeah, it's people doing things like that though, it gives YouTube a bad name. And gives gamers a bad name. Or streamers, I should say, not just gamers. Right, I've got just over 800 kilometres to do, so I'm gonna pause the game for a minute and I'm just gonna go and make a drink because I'm really dry, and I shall be right back. Oh man, a cup of Yorkshire tea and a pack of milk chocolate digestives. What a way to go. Haven't put my headphones back on. Ooh, that's better. I can hear stuff now. Anybody that's watching and hasn't done so already, a sub and a like would be really appreciated. Always look forward to that because it helps the channel out, keeps me going. It's free to subscribe, by the way. It's not like Twitch where you have to pay a subscription. It's actually the equivalent of following. Blimey. Well, that is a surprise. That's really gone up some since I bought mine. They're putting the price up each time we go and look, and that's in the sale. Wow. But, I mean, that's a good deal. Basically, it sounds like they're throwing in the shifter for nothing. I'll tell you what, you'll never go back to playing driving games with a mouse and keyboard again. Once you've used the wheel, you get spoilt. I didn't have my map on and I've gone totally wrong and it's dark. Ah. Yeah, I'm not going to travel all that way just to turn. Also, can't do this in the dark. That means winding time forward. Ah, hell. Save me bacon. Yes, do. Okie dokie, mate, you'll love it. I can assure you of that. You'll never go back again. Yeah, the whole thing is good. Excuse me, I've got a mouthful of chocolate digestive, which I've just dipped in my tea. Um, yeah, you'll love it. It's a really solidly made piece of kit. Where your computer is, have you got a carpet there? The only reason I ask that because on the bottom of the pedals there's a little switch, and when you move it, the carpet gripper flips down, and it's got all spikes on it, and it digs in the carpet, stops your pedals from moving about. Yeah, well, that's another thing. You can fold them up if you've got polished floors, but the little switch releases them and it flicks down. And it stops your pedals from moving around. The pedals are actually quite heavy. Wow, Master prices have gone up as well then. Because Thrustmaster used to be a reasonable price at one time. Cheaper than Logitech. Or am I thinking of something else? Yeah, you go to something like Fanatec or something like that, you'll find it twice as much as that. Oh, I've not heard of that before, so it's obviously a new wheel, I would imagine. Yeah, yeah, it's got to be a new wheel. I've never seen a Thrustmaster wheel cost as much as that. So it's got to be new. Yeah, that's no good then, is it? If you ain't got the gear shifter. If you're going to get a wheel, you might as well get, you know, the pedals with 3 pedals and the shifter as well as the wheel, you know what I mean? You might as well get the whole kit. And just keeping it all from the same company, it just makes it sensible, really. Yep, it's the most sensible way to do it, I would think. Are you going to be able to feed yourself for the next month though? Or have you just spent your housekeeping? Solid, yeah. Right, okay, good game. Yep, I see. So you're not actually going to miss it then, it's a bonus. Very true, very true. Look at that buggers, the telepass lane is closed. Nah. Stu, you want to go to the Logitech website and download the Logitech gaming software, because you'll be needing that. You still there, Stu? Did you hear what I said? Yeah, because I think they send you a disc, but you can guarantee it'll be out of date. It always is. So you might as well just go to the website and download the latest one. You can actually install it on your computer now, but obviously it won't pick up your wheel or anything until you actually plug them in. And with that you can set the centering spring strength, set up different profiles for different games. It's quite useful. Set whether you want 900 degrees turning radius or less. Like in Farming Simulator I use 420 and I find that works well. Okie doke. Yeah, you might as well leave it till you got the wheel and that there and plugged in, because it won't pick up your wheel until you plug them in. And then if you do that, as soon as you open it up, it'll pick up the wheel straight away. Yeah, I've done that before now. I've done that with the mixer actually, paid to have it delivered next day. I think that was $7.99 or something like that. I can't remember now. But yeah, I don't, because it usually comes pretty quick anyway, but I wanted the mixer like yesterday, you know. Okay. Well, your mum will be there, won't she, to take it in if you're not there? Yeah, all's good then. Yeah, that'd keep me happy. If all I've got to do is sign the same. Yep. Yep, you'll be pretty much set for just about every driving game out there. Including Project Cars. And with track OIR at some time in the future, that's the ultimate setup. Well, apart from triple screens and all that malarkey, but you don't have to go to all that bother. I have plenty of fun on just one big monitor. Not at the moment. Project Cars you can do online, but I'm not going to do Project Cars again now until I can afford to buy Project Cars 2, because I've seen that and it looks absolutely brilliant. So I can't face playing Project Cars 1 again. So I'll wait for that. It's quite an expensive game. It's like £70. £70 plus, because then there's another pack that's got like extra cars and tracks in it. So yeah, it's quite expensive, but there you go. I mean, Project Cars 2 is going to be around for quite a long while, so yeah. Project Cars 2 is like iRacing or any of the other race games that's out there. It's all like you've got open seat race cars like Formula 1 types, and then you've got all the like the GT cars, Porsche Carrera, what's the other one they race around British tracks? Can't think of the name of it now. Blah. It's nice to drive actually. Anyway, yeah, it includes all of them. It's got loads and loads of tracks. Loads and loads of tracks. Yeah, if that's the price there's got to be a reason for that. I don't think you're looking at the game. I think you're looking at the expansion pack. There's no way they can sell it at that price when they're advertising it on Steam at 70 quid. Helicopter just flew past me in game. Sounded really good because it went from ear hole to ear hole. Yeah, limited edition. There's a reason why that's a lot cheaper. I'd need to check it out, which I obviously can't do now, but that sounds a bit suspect to me. Unless it's on sale or something. Have you looked on Steam to see if they brought the price down on Steam? Because if they have brought it down to that, I'll buy it tonight. But I definitely want to buy from Steam. I don't want to buy it outside of Steam. Ah, well there you go, that's the difference then. You're only getting the small one. That means you'd have to buy all the expansion packs to get the tracks and the cars, where it's everything is included except for one DLC in that price. So that's the way I'd go. Definitely, I'll do the £70 one. On Project Cars 1, I did go online a couple of times and try my hand at racing, but I needed a lot more practice, so I thought, no, I'm not going to do this until I've had a chance to practice. So I just played it on a single player game on my own computer, and I was actually doing quite well. I got, you know, I won quite a few races. Or got quite high placed, I should say. Yeah, I must admit, I like the slow approach. I'm not that much into racing, but that is like the racing game to have. So if you're going to get a racing game, that's the one to go for. And being as I quite enjoyed playing Project Cars 1, and this is so much better, I'm definitely going to get it. All the tracks have been laser scanned from real life, so all the tracks are accurate. So every little bump and hillock, it's all there. Oh no, there'll always be a place in my heart for farming sim, definitely, because that's a nice relaxing thing to do, even when you're working hard. I mean, look how quick the time was going. A 4-hour stream was like nothing, you know what I mean? And that's what I like about that game. You just get into it and the time just sort of disappears. Wow, I was actually doing a bit of speeding there. That's unlike me. It's because I'm not concentrating again. Oh right. Yeah, but it's better with a wheel. Mucho better. All you do is you set up two profiles, one for Euro truck and one for farm sim, and then the farm sim you just adjust down to 420 degrees on the wheel. Dead easy. I don't bother using the Logitech software to map buttons and things. I do all the button mapping in game. So literally all you have to do is create a new profile, give it the name Farming Sim, and then just alter that one setting. That's all it needs. You don't have to do anything else in there other than that. Yeah, it's just getting the night again, isn't it? It's like that, I'm not going to say argument, but that talk we had about the dollies on the trailers. I knew that you could hitch a truck up to that trailer without that. I know it says you need that dolly, but if you read it carefully, it says you need it if you want to tie it with a tractor. It doesn't say anything about the truck. If you don't put the dolly on, it's got a fifth wheel connector, like on a normal ETS2 truck. Nah, dollies are bloody horrible. They're real. I tried reversing one today. Anyway, you can't have it now because I sold it. It's gone. You don't need it. They are the devil's own brew, dollies on trailers. Nigh on impossible to reverse the bloody things. Awful. Yeah, did I tell you I bought 48 sheep? So the sheep are up, and actually when I left the game there was a pallet there with one bale on it, so they started producing wool quite quick. Sheeps. Yeah. That's a great word, sheeps. Yeah, that's all right. As I said, I've got to explain them new slurry tankers because they work as a team. I'll explain more about that. They're very clever. Well, not so much clever, but the facilities they've got is clever. And there's some new slurry tanks next to that green shed in the yard. I'll explain all what they're for or about as well. That's a bit difficult to do all that while I'm driving and trying to watch a map and talk to you as well. Hold on, Bill. Just got to make this turn here. Stu, I mean. Sorry. God, this city has really dragged my frame rate down. I'm on 20 at the moment. Now, it's going up a little bit. Maybe it was just a bit of scenery in that area where I was. No, as the trucks, eh? Oh dear. Nah, G27s are stupid prices at the moment. You seen what they're selling for on eBay? Absolutely ridiculous. There's enough people out there using G29s now that will tell you the wheel's brilliant. So I'd be very wary about reading reviews like that. Go by the people that are actually using them and say they're great. Me included. Okay, dozy. He caught me with my mouth full of chocolate digestive again. I definitely think that Momo's been mucking about with this mod again. I'm disappointed if she has, because I specifically said to her, please don't alter it. Leave it just as it is. It's absolutely fine. Best I've used. But there's things happening with the truck and it feels to me like it's been altered. It doesn't feel the same. Like definitely on one of the bends I took early, the trailer went really squirrely on me, and it never does that. I would, because I use it all the time. If you understood that. Now, I have a problem here, because it's dark again. Shut up. If I wind time forward, I'm certain I'm going to be late, because I like to wind time forward to sort that whoopsie out. So I'm thinking it might be better for me to actually park this one simple. Shut up, truck. Take that. Yeah, it didn't accept it. Oh dear. I see why. There you go, you got to see some doubles reversing after all. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, well, unless you're actually using that mod from Momo, Physics 4.2, you won't feel anything. If you got a squirrely trailer without using that mod, then that's just down to your settings. Yeah, nice bit of parking that. Yeah, well this problem is something that's specific to that mod. Well, when I first used this mod it was brilliant. And then she tried to make it better by making the truck feeling heavier, but what it done was broke automatic gearboxes, and when you tried to pull away it was just surging between like gears. It wouldn't change up smoothly. And she fixed all that, so I said, don't touch it, it's perfect now. I've tested it, it's working great with automatic boxes and manuals. And she said, no, I'll leave it like that now, I'll work on my new one, version 5. Anyway, it seems that she's changed it, because I noticed gearbox surging earlier on. I've had that, and I also had the squirrely trailer. So something has altered, which means I'm going to have to take it off. Yeah. No, you'll find, believe me, the clutch on ETS2 or on them pedals that you're getting, it won't feel like a clutch in a real car. I'll tell you that now. It's a very difficult thing to simulate because of the bite thing, you know, where it slips for so long and then it gradually takes up the drive. To simulate that is very difficult. So they get near it, but they don't quite get there. It's not like a real clutch. Well, why not? You know, if you think they do a good job of a mod and you've used the mod and you don't have any problems with it, tell them, let them know it's good. I always do that. If I think a mod's good, I'll tell them. It's like when Sizzle brought out that trailer mod. I thought that was excellent. So I went straight to his website and left him a big long message about that. Gears work plenty well in manual, yeah. And you won't have any problems because you're not going to be using fancy gearboxes or anything, are you? So, like, yeah, it'll set up dead easy with the gearboxes that are in ETS2 by default. You won't have any problems. Just make sure for when it's in manual that you've already preset the thing for range or something like that. Unless you put a gearbox in a truck that is actually listed in the drop down, in which case switch to that. But yeah, the gears work okay. But don't forget, you might find the gears are in funny places to what you'd be expecting. Because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different gates that you can go into, the gearbox doesn't actually work like that. The gearbox uses usually number 3, number 4 and number 5. So it only uses 3 things and then you switch between 2 different ranges. But yeah, if you want to drive it easy, just turn the thing to range, and then it will work like gear 1 will be in position 1 and gear 6 will be in position 6, and then you hit the button that changes the range. You go back to gear 1, which is now magically changed to gear 7, and then you've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or if you put a 6-speed gearbox on, you got no problem. You don't even have to muck about with range switches. But the 6-speed gearbox won't pull a lot of stuff, or it'll pull it, but it'll pull it badly. What, for setting up a wheel, you mean? If that is what you mean, yes, I have, and they're not the most intuitive controls to set up. I will totally agree with that. But once you've done it, again, you only need to do it once and it remembers everything. So once you've got it working properly, the only thing is, as I said, the dead zone problem is a problem, but only in FS17. And I've tried everything and I just can't clear that dead zone. Yeah, I'd stay clear of that. I've heard some people say that's a load of nonsense. Not the price, but the actual thing itself, not made very well. I've heard some people raving about it, saying it's the best thing since fried eggs. But most of the people in the know, people that play farming sim regularly, they'll tell you that it's not that good. And also apparently very plasticky. Not like the G29s. I mean, these things are made of metal, you know what I mean? They're solid. Yeah, that's for sure. Sorry, you caught me in mid-biscuit again. Yeah, but even that's a crazy price. Just because it's got lots of buttons on it. Right. Question. I have been streaming for nearly 2.5 hours. Now I can call the stream here and we can go on to the multiplayer server for a little while if you fancy. Or do you want me to carry on? I'm easy either way. If we go onto a multiplayer server, I won't be streaming it. Okie dokie, I'll call the stream and I'll see you on the multiplayer server. Okay, YouTube, you've probably heard that. Let me just finish eating this bit of biscuit. Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this stream here. It's nearly 2.5 hours. So it's been a decent little session. I know it was only one job, but I mean it was double, so it was a good job. I will be streaming ETS2 again at some point tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know, yeah, maybe the same as today. Like, I'll be streaming at like 7 o'clock up until 9 or 10. We'll see. So keep an eye out for that. You'll get the notifications. But I'm going to close the stream down now and say ta-ta to everybody. Thanks for people that have come in and had a look and to see what's going on and all the rest of it. And we will see you again, definitely. So bye folks, take it easy.